Panthers to begin the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Young will set to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here is Young. And this is going to be incomplete. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
The Lions on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people or put more points on the board. He's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
And he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? That throw by Young incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play. That means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Young. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. About set to begin. Time now to see what this defense can do. 2nd quarter as the offense starts out 1st and 10. 1st down, Young.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw, Young. Throw left side, complete. That's Brooks. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Young now. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this throw will be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 1st and 10, Young. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Touchdown, Falcon. So a 1st and 10 coming up. Second quarter. Let's see what this defense can do. It's Young on 1st down. Sanders has got it complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Lions offense. Beginning of the drive, 1st and 10 coming up for the offense. We'll see how this defense does here in the third quarter. Now a 1st down throw for Young. This one into the hands of Burton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Young working out the gun. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the save. And it's 3rd down.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. The Falcons send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the field general leading his offense back. So we're in the third quarter. We'll see how this defense handles the upcoming drive as the offense takes over with a 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Young.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Young to throw it. Sanders has it over the middle.
Finding room at midfield. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. Young looks to throw on 1st down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now Young. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. yards. A big possession coming up here. This defense, they've been tested all game long. Now they'll look to protect this slim fourth-quarter lead. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
4 yards remain for second down.
Young to throw it. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people will call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Young on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. Again, it's Young. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Young. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brooks. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Here's Young.
This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown. A great. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Young.
Throw left side complete. That's Burton. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Now Young.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
One last shot for Young. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, partner, the season officially underway. It was great to be back with you, obviously. But the first game of the year always a special one. And love, I know you do too, love having it on a Thursday night.
Yeah, I think it makes it special, right? It makes it so that everyone is just watching, all eyes on it on a special night like that. I think it's going to be a great season, partner. Can't wait for the next several months. We know there are going to be surprises all the way through the season. And before we know it, we'll be talking about opening up on a Thursday night again next season.
So for Detroit, they begin the new campaign with a
Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Continue ahead to begin. It's week 1.
This was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against
Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Continue ahead to... Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Continue ahead to... Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Continue ahead to...
4th down, Finley. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have a Broncos first down. Up the middle they go. It's Goodwin. Flash the stick skills on that run, but then stop shy of the 35. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Finley. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, Goodwin. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Goodwin, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Hands it off out of the gun. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and it's good enough for a Baltimore first down.
I was used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher. And all night long, he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now, a huge 3rd down conversion. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Play fake. Finley. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Finley from the gun on third down. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And they're looking at fourth down now in this tie ball game. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. He's fresh off the wire, already making an impact as expected. He's such a dynamic player.
And I'm still trying to figure out how it took so long for someone to sign this guy. We've all known his potential. We've all known the impact he's had in the league. But now that he's here, look out.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now fourth down, you've got to pump this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
The Ravens send their punter out now, standing just about on his own goal line. Here's Hardy set to return. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And they will take over first and 10.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Here's Finley.
That's caught, and again it's Goodwin. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Finley.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save call is to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll get this one complete to Davis. Here comes a big one now in overtime. This is 3rd and inches. Back to throw here. Evans has it left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. He'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he gets it down to the 32.
99 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times.
He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Diggs. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When there's extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and they take a 17-14 lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? Overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front. That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Finley to throw for it on 4th down. He's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Broncos first down as they manage to convert. That'll keep the drive alive. 4th down conversion plays. You usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 36 yards on the play. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. This to potentially get out of here with a tie. And his kick is good. And we are tied once again here in the overtime session. Both teams swapping field goals on their respective first drives of overtime. So now, you know the girl, it's on to old school 7-1.
It sounds exciting, doesn't it? Can I be a little bit of Dennis Downer here, though? That drive, able to go that far, yet they had to kick the field goal to keep playing. You would have thought maybe, could they punch it in and go ahead and end it?
We get more free football.
Oh, yeah, good point. I'm back up beat again. Forget the Downer stuff.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles, because my palms sweating up here in the booth now as we go to the 3rd drive of overtime. And as we know from here on out, any points win this football game.
I'll throw you a towel as well, partner. I've got one for myself, but let's face it, our nerves, our pressure, nothing compared to what's going on that field. Both of the field goal kickers active here early. Can one of them be